Just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Roger. Hey, 4 down. Let's go. What? 90. 57.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Watch that in. 4 down. Alert. Let's go. Red 38. Flex round.
From midfield now, here's Taylor. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
To throw is Taylor, and he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Tight end's right. Ohio. Bang. Here we go. What? 90. What? 90. 57's the mark. Ohio.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Taylor to throw, and he comes back with one complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Trips. Come on, let's go. Red 38.
Hey, check
Red
Mike 57.
38. Flex round.
Switch.
Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. So they're operating in the red zone.
Watch left. Tight end to the left.
Flex round. Come on, let's go.
10th carry now for McCoy. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense, and what a big-time play there.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Strong left.
We got 4. Come on, let's go. We got Red 38.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Charles Clay is tight in the intended target, and it's 3rd down. And the seemingly endless drive continues.
I got trips this side.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Taylor. This will be caught just inside the 10. Here's a situation that's kind of right up Rex Ryan's alley. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And tough starting field position
watch
here.
Left, watch left. He's tight right there. He's tight right there.
All right.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Watch right.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. Now Carr, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, able to shed tacklers. We saw it right there. Five yards to gain here on third down.
Three down.
Here's Carr. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Three down.
They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. A right side catch by Crabtree. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend, and a nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Fresh set of downs here.
Coming. Bill, watch out. I'm coming after you.
We ready?
They go play action here on first down. Finding time. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
All right, here we go.
Again, it's Carr. Here's Wolford over the middle. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Carr now to throw, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
All right.
Carr will try it again on second down. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The Bills' offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, like LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Again, it's Murray. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Carr now on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through something.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield.
It's caught inside the 25. Carr and Crabtree hooking up for a big one there. 42 yards. And at this stage, down in this... Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
We ready?
Carr turns, hands to Murray. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Single.
Here we go. Wide at the 8.
No. Check that. Mike 50.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And this looks to probably be the final play.
Double tight. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
They come out here in the eye. And Carr's going to keep it himself. It's a gain of 1 yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game off.